go. Let's go. We back, baby. George W.
Get that George W.
What up, what up, what up?
Just an extra long intro.
Oh, we love the extra long intro. And you're going to notice we're going to have a couple intros going. First, we're going to shout out our socials. Everything at Cowboys CanFan. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Obviously, if you're watching this right now, you're on the YouTube, so I'm not even going to shout that one out, but we are everywhere. We have our own website at www.cowboyscanfan.com.
I bet you say that to all of them.
Got him.
Got him. What's up, guys? I'm still feeling good. How from
can
that
you not?
Monday nighter.
How can you not?
Well, AJ, are you feeling okay after the Monday nighter?
Oh hell yeah! I'm an old man, and I went Saturday, Sunday. I think I had Monday off, and then we did.
No, the podcast. Or the game was Monday.
Sorry,
The game was Monday.
yeah. Did we do anything Sunday? I don't know. I thought I might have had one day off between now and Saturday because we did Dungeons and Dragons last night.
So you've been pounding the brewskis.
Oh, he's been.
I'm just helping to pay Nude's bills.
I would right now do a crack 'em if you got them, but all the anticipation of the weekly episode, I had to crack it early.
Oh, yeah, right. You didn't.
So
I
we're
need
rolling.
one, so I'll
We're
crack
rolling
one.
with this right now. I was gonna have a Washington fan on tonight. I didn't get him on because I felt like it was going to be too rushed just with our work schedules. He will be on at 30 minutes prior to game time on Sunday.
Oh, great.
So we're going to have Wizkins. Me and he's actually a pretty good dude. We followed each other for a long time on the IG. He will be on.
He ain't a good dude this weekend.
No,
he ain't
he's
a good
the enemy.
dude this weekend.
He's the enemy. I just keeps trying to send him malware, and he's just not taking any of it. But
That's because you're sending my genitals.jpg files.
I should just rename it. I'd probably have a better chance, like Dallas Cowboys depth chart or something.
Mm-hmm.
Just like spot, like kind of sneak them into clicking it.
Nate Dogg's in the house.
Nate, what's up, man? How's it going?
Hey, Nate Dogg, this one's for you.
Oh, crack him if you got him. The very first one. My headphones right now are kind of doing some fucked up shit. I can only hear. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit.
Oh,
You
Nate's
guys
saying
just
how,
chat.
Nate's saying how
check
about a
your-
49ers fan this week?
Hey, Adam, do you have a
Oh, there we go.
USB-C charger?
I'm good now.
Not on me, man.
Okay.
Let's see. What do you got?
Be a lot cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler. You did.
Oh, man. So 23-16. We'll do a little recap of the game before we get going. I still can't believe our guest, Maddie Vink, guessed the score.
I know.
23-16 is not a very common score.
No, and it's something we're going to be doing each week.
T-shirt competition.
Yeah.
If you guess the score of the game, and so people could throw it out in chat. People could throw out their score that they think it's going to be Cowboys Commanders. You can throw that score in the chat, and if you end up hitting it, you will get a Cowboys CanFan T-shirt. We just will need to know the size, but it's just going to be at our choice.
Here's the thing, AJ, is we get everything going.
We hit it hard.
Probably
we hit it fast.
one of the smoothest intros that we've had. And then as soon as we're good to go, AJ's like, I need a USB charger.
That's okay. I can
So
talk. I can still.
He left this way.
That's all right. We don't need that. Crunching Cowboys stats for the 23-16 division win over the Giants. We went over a bunch of it after the game, but we can still talk. I can still talk
before
Giants Cowboys, no problem.
I definitely want to say a few things on the Giants and Cowboys thing, but Nate Dogg hasn't been on for like 20 weeks. He wants to know when he's back on as a guest.
Oh, shit, yeah.
What, next Wednesday?
Well, sure.
We got Vink. We got Vink coming Sunday.
Yep. So Nate Dogg, we'll get Nate Dogg on.
We could do if he wants to do Sunday and then the game. We could double dip with Nate.
Yeah. Okay.
If he's in for that.
Yep.
Because we love some Nate Dogg.
You know Nate's in for a threesome on the couch.
And just like you were saying, we're gonna get a number up later this episode so that.
Oh, I haven't said that, but good call.
Oh.
So what we will do later on in the episode, we are going to put up a Zoom number. You will be able to join through Zoom, and we'll field some. It doesn't even have to be questions. It can be comments. It can be whatever. We can just shoot the shit with some of the guys that are usually in chat because it brings another dynamic to the live stream that we love.
Yep.
Now I know that we did already do our Cowboys recap. That was the instant. Now we have a little bit more information.
We've crunched the numbers.
There's some numbers that have been crunched for us by bloggingtheboys.com.
Shout out.
I think we could roll through this. There's realistically 4 things that stuck out And the article has 4 points, so I think it's a perfect little roll through.
Zig oh, here, I'll just play that sound
But-
effect.
Yeah, come on, Adam.
Sagama Beach.
But the first thing we talked about, and that was noted, is Daniel Jones was pressured 24 times. That's the most the Cowboys has generated.
That's the most anyone. That's the most anyone has generated in the last 2 years.
Yes. Okay. Well, there you go.
So not just
Obviously,
Cowboys.
too.
Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
not just the Cowboys. That's the kicker though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so this Cowboys defense that right now leads the leagues in sacks also just had the most pressures out of any team. Pressures are sneaky, right? Because you could still get, say you had 24 pressures and you had 0 sacks.
Yes.
Sure, the defensive line stats aren't coming up, like the guys aren't getting those money stats with the sacks, but the pressures are almost just as important. Just because a quarterback stands up and skips the ball to the sideline or out of bounds or like away from his receiver, you don't see that on a stat sheet, right? So I think that's kind of why they have this pressure stat, because it does play into effect. And it was pretty obvious the Cowboys were getting there to the quarterback early and often against Daniel Jones. Like anyone that doesn't even know football could have watched him and like, oh, wow, the team in the blue is getting to the team in the white all the time. It seemed like that. And it's just a nice change up because I'm not used to seeing that from the Cowboys.
Well, you're right, because the Cowboys' offensive line allowed just 4 pressures against the Giants.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah.
So 20 less. So and you know what? The Giants don't have no schlub defensive line. So that's actually pretty interesting. Like, I would have not expected that they only had 4 pressures. Does it say how many sacks did they even get a sack?
No.
They
No,
didn't sack us.
They didn't sack us.
Wow. And what did we get? 6 sacks?
5.
5 sacks? So we have right now, before AJ goes on with this article, we have 13 sacks right now.
I don't even have the article up. You know what I'm doing? Because I'm switching screens right now.
Gotcha. So we have 13 sacks right now, which the Dallas Cowboys lead the NFL with 13 sacks going into week 4. That's impressive, man. Because anyone that's watched the Cowboys for a while, getting to the quarterback has always kind of been our issue. Turnovers and sacks, we've never really had them. And now they're coming at us in a plethora of ways.
And I don't want to use that as a segue into talking about Washington just yet, because we're still talking about the Giants.
Don't drop the bomb you're going to drop.
Okay.
Save that in your little, hey, if you want to know the little tidbit of information that Adbest was about to give you, you're going to have to stick around.
So EJ Savage is in the chat
What's up,
saying
EJ?
Dallas leads with 13 sacks, and the Commanders line has given up 15, the most in the NFL.
So something's got to
Wow.
break, right?
And then, so Dustin Moreno is already talking about what I wanted to talk about. If Philly got 9 against Washington,
So that kind of
we good for 14.
Okay,
right?
so that shows you. So they gave up 9 last week, but they only gave up 6 in their prior game.
Oh.
Right? So if they didn't have an absolute fuck up of a game against the Eagles, they were only averaging 3 sacks against per game. But then it got inflated, obviously, because they gave up fucking 9,
Mm-hmm.
which is insane. But the Eagles do have a good defensive line. They got Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, their first overall pick, or maybe it was their second pick, Jordan Davis. Like they have a very stout defensive line, and so do the Cowboys. So you do have to look for similarities, and you got to think, or anyone that looks at numbers and looks at matchups, you would think if the Eagles had 9 sacks, the Cowboys should at least get in there a few times.
Yeah, and we can see our breakdown here through the first 3 weeks. Obviously, DeMarcus D-Law Lawrence, coach, came out with 3 sacks in 1 game. That was hot. Dorrance Armstrong got another one. Was it?
He had 1.
1, yeah. So, and Parsons obviously held off, but still, that's a nice. You like to see the sacks kind of being spread around here.
I do like the fact that D-Law is going to out of nowhere has now made this sack race between Micah Parsons, that they had this little competition in the offseason. After 1 game, it's kind of now back into a competition where after the first 2 games, you're like, holy fuck, Micah Parsons is going to run away with leading the sacks on the team. But now even Dorrance Armstrong just consistently putting up numbers. And I know this is going away from the article a little bit, but Dorrance Armstrong even had a blocked field goal.
Yeah.
So the guy's getting pressure anytime he lines up.
Hey, how about if there's a grand slam in that Parsons, D-Law, Armstrong, and then another Cowboys all get a sack, that's a shotgun.
Okay, so how many? What did you say?
It has to be Parsons, Lawrence, and Armstrong. So our kind of 3 big sack leaders at the moment, but then the fourth person could be Wilson or Van Der Esch or Fowler.
Okay, so there just has to be, there's a wild card.
A wild card.
So you need the top 3 guys.
Yeah.
And then a wild card. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
Jabby Cox even.
Yeah, exactly.
Jabby Cox can
Jabby
get in there
Cox.
for one. I like that. I do like that.
Another thing, just to end up with the kind of line talk here, Jason Peters only played 14 snaps, where Matt Farniok played the other 50 for left guard.
And if anyone was paying attention on TP20's big run, that was Jason Peters, I believe, first snap.
Yes, yeah,
You're right. He blocked out the linebacker, and then TP20 went off. So it's nice to see Jason Peters. I would be very surprised if Jason Peters isn't in there with the bigger role this week.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this was like, that's what I'm saying. It's nice. It's a nice look to see, okay, he's only got 14. What happens when that switches and we got Jason Peters in there for 50 snaps?
Man,
if he can handle it.
Jason Peters and fucking Tyler Smith holding down that left side. Those are some massive humans. Those are some big bodied dudes.
Yeah.
Like, your guard usually doesn't look bigger than your tackle. And when Peters was out there, you saw him in his 3-point stance, he looked massive.
Yeah.
And I love it. Like, you're going to have road grading guys. You go, and then you put into it pulling right guard Zach Martin to that side. You got these 3 fucking road graders just paving the way for either TP20 or Zeke. And it actually plays into the 1 3rd down and 13 with Zeke. They did a toss play on 3rd down and 13, and Zeke didn't even wasn't even contested for 12 yards.
Mm-hmm.
You basically just had Tyler Smith in front of him, paving the way. I think he knocked down 2 defenders and then took out a 3rd one. It was fucking epic.
And that's the type of play calling I like to see when it works.
When it works, right? Imagine he gets tackled for 2 yards. We would have been like, why are you throwing a toss to Zeke on 3rd and 13? But when it works, it's like, oh my God, that was such a genius play.
EJ Savage says Jason Peters looks like he ate a small bear.
Jason Peters looks like, yeah, he does. He looks like he's the king of the fucking forest, and he's just knocking out bears.
And we got Ruben Cano in the chat saying, just discovered you guys a few weeks ago. Appreciate the show you'll put on. We're a team on the rise.
Hell
So
yeah, man.
much
We
love.
appreciate having you in here. We love when someone just discovers us, because
right.
every time we have someone, and when someone says that, it kind of tickles me.
It doesn't make you necessarily go from 6 to midnight, but close.
Floppy.
Because I need a pill.
We all before I just want to chat. Hit up some chats in here before you start to going on. Our number one moderator and soundbite suggester, Kilo C's in the house.
Smoke weed every day.
What up, Kilo? What up?
And Dallas Cowboys Chris is in the house as well.
What's up, Chris? How's it going, guys? Love having you guys around. It literally makes my day and my night.
So
okay, now
okay.
you can go, AJ.
Good.
Sorry.
So some quick stats here. Obviously, we are seeing some good running out of Zeke Elliott and Tony Pollard. So our backfield really came to play. We just touched on that. Both TP20. Well, I think TP20 as well, but Elliott is also looking to get 1,000 yards this season.
They're on pace.
And Pollar's not that far behind.
They're on pace to hit that 1K mark, which we love to see. We're huge believers here in the podcast that for us to have any chance, especially with Cooper Rush, we have to stick to the run first.
It's science.
It is science. It's game plan science. It's just, will our team stick to that? It kind of scares you sometimes.
And I just wanted to keep this tally going, so I went back to the beginning of 2021.
Okay.
And I looked at every game that was won or lost, and then how many touches we got.
Are you trying to do data? Are you
I'm doing data.
Computer-driven data on the Cowboys?
Here, I'll pull.
Algorithm.
And this is what I
Is
used.
this a DVOA?
I used official Fox Sports.
Oh, wow.
But what we discover is if 14 out of 14 games that Splash and Dash have got 24 or more touches, we've won. 14 out of 14. 7 out of 7 games that they've got less than 24 carries, we lost.
It's
science.
It's
Adam.
literally science.
It's as Kilo C says, folklore data.
And
100%.
it is folklore data.
But it's 100% accurate.
It is.
At this
It might
point.
be folklore data, but it is 100% accurate at this point. That is 100% accuracy, actually.
Yeah. Like, I was shocked. We had it a little higher when we were saying 28 touches, but if you just bring it down 4, And that's a pretty good margin, right? 24, you're running quite a bit. It's 100%.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
it
is. I like that.
Yep.
And it just makes you want them to run the ball more. Like, for instance, against Tampa Bay week 1, why did we go away from the run? We were never down by more than 2 scores, and they just seem to completely abandon it when it shows literally AJ in his underwear in his fucking bedroom or on his couch figured this stat out. So why don't Cowboy brass know this?
You can see right here, right?
Attempts, yep.
Yeah,
Tampa Bay, 18 attempts, 71 yards, loss.
Yeah, it's literally
27.
It's right now. If Alex was wearing his AT&T hat, sitting here with a tethered vape, looking at statistics.
The last 2 points, and we can just hit them quickly, is just the gelling of the receiving corps. What's been nice is that we've seen CD Lamb have obviously his big drop, and I do want to touch on that with a couple things quickly.
We're gonna hit that with a hammer.
But he started to gel at the second half of the game. Noah Brown obviously has been on point with rush, and the 2 tight ends who came in to fill in, Ferguson and Hendershot, none of them really stood out from the other, but they Hendershot had that
Couple stupid penalties.
That's true, but in just the receiving column.
Oh, you're thinking about when he tried to fly.
Yeah, when he tried to fly. And we've had, so they filled in nicely. It's nice to see that those second and third guys are stepping up and playing well with our backup QB, limping to a.
One thing we didn't say when we were pimping out our socials is this is our time frame now. We're going 6 p.m. Pacific time. Sorry to cut off what we were talking about. It just came to my head. We're going 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time every Wednesday. So we've kind of jumped around a little bit. No excuses, no fucking qualms. This is our new time.
Yep.
We will be live on YouTube. Hope maybe eventually get it to YouTube and Facebook, but this will be our new home. This is the time we're going live during the week. Just had to get that out there.
Fuck Zuckerberg.
Yeah, did someone say that, or is that just
No,
you?
I said it.
You're fucking genius.
And the final thing here, are we excited that we only got eight penalties called on us? I mean, that's a positive thing. But
I mean, some of those fucking penalties, though, right?
And some of them, there were
Donovan Wilson
too.
getting the ball thrown at him. Like, I think any human's gonna hit the ball out of his face.
Yeah, exactly. So
silly, but
I mean, the Noah Brown PI in the end zone, like, you got to be looking at that as a referee and saying, are we gonna like
holding, pass interference,
Micah getting held. I think that honestly, there was a lot of no calls for the Cowboys that got missed. To be honest.
Yeah, no, that's what they were saying.
Like this,
it
is
went
this
both
that
ways.
one? Yeah, this is that missed one.
This is that one. Yeah, why not? I think
you're gonna play
it's a screen recording.
Oh yeah, we're doing it.
We're doing it, Peter.
Like, come on. But that's not even. That's just a missed call.
That's just a missed call. But the good thing was the last 3 scoring drives went without a flag, and we scored on our last 3 drives there.
Well, the issue with the Cowboys, and this has been going back into the last 2 seasons, is so 2020 and 2021, is the timing for our penalties are just so fucking awful. It's like it'll be a huge play or it'll be like a huge third down. It's always the most critical moment, and we get a first down, and it's like such an adrenaline dump because you think you've got this awesome play, and then there's just this stupid fucking penalty.
Yep.
It happened to us in the playoffs. It happened to us in Thanksgiving when we watched it. Both games we had 14 penalties. It's just that's our timing is so bad with penalties, and it sucks that we're happy that we only had 8 penalties.
I know.
But I am.
yeah.
I am happy that we only had 8. If we're under 10,
you all said it's not possible. Come on.
Can I show you these videos?
yeah, show us.
Okay.
Because you worked hard on them.
I know he did. He did work hard. I'm excited. It's like kind of like a presentation.
Okay. So
Okay, hang
Whoa,
on.
whoa,
It is
whoa,
like a
whoa, whoa.
presentation.
Okay, what do we got?
you already
Break us down
you
here.
You didn't even let me hop in here.
I didn't know it was going to pop up on that screen. Okay.
Come on, dude.
Okay, so this is a breakdown of the.
Yeah, let us know. Give the listeners, Spotify listeners.
So this is where we went from folklore data to a
visual?
to something. The tethered segment with.
I'm just having fun. I'm testing out some things.
He's playing game film.
Basically, we're having some problems trying to figure out how to get film on.
It's
like
science.
it's like we're sailing into the Bermuda Triangle right now, and we don't know what's going to happen.
This is the start to a great adventure.
Unknown seas.
But this is the CD. I collected footage online and made some edits for the CD Lamb drop, then his touchdown, and then the interview that he had afterwards.
All right.
And there's some commentary from different parties involved here. We won't say names, but you'll figure it out. Okay. So here we
Teichman, Roy Teichman.
okay, here we go.
To run a crackback toss into the blitz, got to take a shot. Oh, and he drops it. And he drops it.
I thought that was a live
He is
footage of
calm in the
us right
pocket.
there. Oh, this
He
is
knows
good.
the system. He's not getting rattled. We got to make that play for him, though. We got to help out. Use the hand.
That guy was bringing the 1-2.
There you go. You're good. You're all good.
I'm glad you put that in because that's
Wow.
exactly. Look how excited! Hey, my play calling worked.
All right. Good throw.
Did he know he dropped it? I don't think he knew he dropped it.
Awesome
That happened
job, CD.
after the
Way
drop.
to go,
Pause
buddy.
it for a second.
Proud of
Yes.
you. We're about
He doesn't
to
know how to
punt
pause it.
again.
Okay.
I do know how to pause. I'm just letting it run through once.
I didn't know it was at the very end.
Yeah.
I never saw that Kellen Moore thing.
Yeah.
So this is a bit of funky editing because he's actually looking at Cooper Rush and giving a thumbs up as good pass to Cooper Rush. But the way that Peyton Manning here,
Oh yeah, Manning was roasting him on the Manning cast.
He should have.
I was watching it this morning, and they're like, okay, we'll drop it. You got to get that pass, and then all of a sudden, it cuts to the shot of him going like this, and he's like, yeah, great play call, and then
Kellen Moore should have been throwing. He should have been like the
he
Bills
should have been,
OC.
well, he should have been
it's
punching the jumbotron.
it's Kellen Moore. We'll watch the last half here again, or do you want to watch the full?
Well, I don't know why we got to post this on. This is a funny little short.
It
that
is a
we
funny
kind of
little short. Yeah.
toss up here. Good job. Good job.
Hey, thanks,
AJ.
dude.
Are you a meme lord?
Listen
Are you a
to
magician?
just listen and watch Peyton here.
Help out. Use the hands. Oh.
I look at you, helmet. You're good. You're all good.
You're okay.
Look at Mike McCarthy. Great
You're all
job. Mike McCarthy, all right. Good throw.
Did he know he dropped it? I don't think he knew he dropped it.
He could have known, right?
Awesome job, CD. Way to go, buddy. Proud of you. We're about to punt again.
Oh wow!
God.
See, this is funnier. This is funnier knowing the outcome. If I knew we had lost that game, I'd be fucking fuming right now. But this is perfect.
And
Wow.
I wouldn't have wasted our time because we wouldn't have been watching that.
Well, I think
You
we
gotta
said
clip,
this.
You got to clip that soundbite.
This was our saying.
Punt it again.
I wish you would have put our reaction in there somewhere. When I
I
dropped it.
We can make another edit.
You're fucking smiling?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, we can make a social edit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. No, that was good. I liked it.
All right. So, but this is his now touchdown.
So it was funny because we ended up getting this, which was fucking dope.
Yeah. Exactly. This is
So anyone listening, we're about to
redemption,
see a edit. This is why you got to tune into the live stream because you
Yeah.
don't get the visual. Sure, we love that you're listening to us on your shitty drive to shitty work, but you got to get on the YouTube, man.
Or your shitty drive to your good work. If you
Nah,
really love
nah,
it.
Here's what you could do. Shuffle us to
No
when
such
you
thing.
shuffle us to when you get to work and just set us up and watch it. You know,
I
switch us from just audio to audio and video.
he converted me. Like I used to only listen to podcasts.
I'm a
on
YouTube
Spotify.
guy.
Now I just YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm a YouTube guy.
I just YouTube.
Once you got premium, I mean,
I just YouTube.
You're losing money not to.
all right. Again, another mesh up of clips.
Another mashup of this is the CD Lamb Redemption hour.
This left hand is famous. This is the same left hand that took the phone from his girlfriend during the draft as he was talking on the other phone to his agent.
Oh, yeah.
That left hand is legendary, and it is legendary once again in MetLife Stadium. Here's the touchdown in the corner of the end zone, and this is taking the draft
Jake's
to
the
the
chick
field.
out, Philby. Absolutely nailed. Oh, that chick took a pic.
Yeah, that was her picture.
Oh, that's the picture. AJ, that was great.
Okay, these are amazing.
Yeah,
You
these are
just
great.
give me a little less volume on the next one.
Okay. Sorry, I had it really cranked.
Because I want to hear us laughing.
So I can't remember the guy's name, but one of our guys on Instagram, he was actually at the game and he was in the corner where the chick got hit at about 6th row. He got it on film, and he's just. I should have sent it to you, but
he got it.
yeah, he filmed it. He was there filming it.
Oh, okay. Here, you're gonna
This is
put it.
good. What a catch, man. CeeDee Lamb one-handed catch. I mean, if
His offhand too.
you're gonna redeem yourself, that's how you do it. Oh, and then he just takes the chick out.
He's like, I'm okay.
I like the absolutely nailed the shot, and it's just a blank picture.
Yeah.
That's fucking epic. And then Kellen Moore thumbs up.
That thumbs up. Kellen Moore is
That's
that
a
has
meme.
To,
I
that-
never saw that until now.
I
that
know.
has to be.
I got the screen cap of it.
Oh,
so.
you would have had that up. You
I
would have been.
was too busy losing my mind about CeeDee Lamb dropping in and smiling that I didn't even see the Kellen Moore. thumbs up
I know.
thing.
And
I would have
that-
lost my fucking mind.
And so that's why I went and I found an interview with him and shoot, what's this girl's name? Kay Adams.
Holy.
Ow.
She is feisty looking. But let's watch
Sucking
it.
my
I had to do some fancy.
Sorry, I had to do that.
I had to do some fancy editing, but
Play of the game. Take me into that one-handed catch, which I think deserves extra points because it was left-handed.
Right, yeah. Offhand, most definitely could get extra couple kudos points, but no. It was a crazy moment for me. Obviously a defining moment, understanding the situation that happened in the first half with a drop pass. Wasn't used to that. That was not how stuff was supposed to go, but you know, everything kind of happens for a reason. I'm a firm believer in that. And yeah, I got the second opportunity in the fourth quarter to win the game.
So, CD, I wasn't even going to bring up the drop because it doesn't matter because you
Right.
had the catch, you got the touchdown.
then bring it up.
You know, the fourth quarter
Chicken
was
shit.
yours.
Yeah.
And it was
Pussy.
such a bounce back. So, is it safe to assume, because I really wasn't going to bring it up, does that haunt you and will that haunt you anyway?
Yes, it does. I hate, honestly, dropping passes has never been a thing for me. But
Wow,
until,
that's debatable.
Debatable.
I got here
Debatable.
in the league,
Until I got
so
into the
obviously
professional
it's
that's what
football
he
league.
just said, until I got
But,
in the league.
just being more consistent, for the team. Obviously, those guys had a lot of, trust and faith in me throughout the game and kept building me up throughout halftime and everything. No one is like a bigger critic on myself than me. So I was very hard on myself throughout the halftime situation or whatever. But just getting back into the game, getting back in my element, and Kel helped me find my groove again.
Okay.
The ghost of Kellen Moore.
Great editing, AJ. I will say something about this interview. I do like the fact that he is still thinking about the drop at the end of the game.
Mhm.
Let's do it. Crack me if you got him. And before we even say anything,
Crack him if you got him.
crack him if you got him,
That's
son.
co-
That's how we do it. It's Wednesday night and we're doing this.
That's called the double pump.
That's the double pump, chump. I do like the fact that he's trying to redeem himself. But I'm also a firm believer that you make a mistake, you got to get out there and forget about it. Like they showed him 10 minutes after.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. They showed him 10 minutes after the drop. And he was still like looking up and like shaking his head and shit, right? It's like a corner getting beat. Like if Trevon Diggs gets beat for a touchdown, I want him to go out there and not think about the fucking play.
He was still targeted, and you got to get it. That's why they continue to target him, to get it out of his head.
Yeah.
Stop getting out of your own head. Let's target you, get you a couple more.
We had mentioned CeeDee Lamb still was wide open on the play. Like it's not like he doesn't have the skill set to be a number one.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was wide the fuck open. He gets open, but these drops are just a mental lapse that eventually, hopefully, he can just get by. And I think this catch to win the game, pretty much, like it wasn't a game. It was not like a clock was expiring. It was
We needed it.
But it's still like he came up clutch when the team needed him to come up clutch.
Okay, do we want to bring on any kind of callers before we transition into the Washington?
Is there
game?
someone waiting?
Well, I'm just about. If you refresh and you look at the description, I tossed all the numbers to call in, and then we'll try. We'll see it. We'll see how it works.
Put it
EJ
up, and if
Savage,
there's someone, we can bring them in, and then
Yeah,
hey,
so-
we free ball it.
it's a Zoom link. It's in the description. If you want to call in, and we'll try to bring in one at a time.
And this is why, if you're just listening, you got to get into that live stream.
You got to get out. You got to get on that at Cowboys Can Fan podcast on YouTube.com.
Oh, say it again now that the camera's on you.
You got to get on that at Cowboys Can Fan at YouTube.com. I fucked it up the second time, but it don't matter. So is it just? It's not like a number. It's just a stream.
No,
it's
there's
just
a bunch of numbers. You can call in,
Oh.
or you could use your stream.
Did we already get one? All right. Is it AJ's numbers? Just I was like, holy fuck,
No.
what's happening?
And I got it on video. Whatever, he's just getting a regular call, and it's spilled. He's spilled. I got that replay. That's a clip right there.
What the fuck just happened?
His phone was ringing and he tried to silence it and he knocked his beer all over.
I panicked.
Yeah, he panicked.
Yeah, fair enough. We all panic in
So
the heat of the moment.
let's keep talking and I'll bring people in and we'll try to.
Is that all we're saying about the Giants game? Really? I mean, we won. We got the divisional win with Cooper Rush. I think we're all happy about it.
I got a question for you. What do you think about everybody saying, "Well, it's the Giants"?
No, fuck no. It's a divisional game. I even said to you guys last year when we were how many wins and how many losses we were at the top of the division by lots, and still when we played against the Commanders and the Giants, I'm looking at as it's a divisional game. These games are usually decided by less than a touchdown. I don't give a fuck what any team's record is. If it's an NFC East battle on primetime slot like Monday night or Sunday night, anything can happen. So anyone that's saying, "Oh, it's the Giants," well, yeah, it is the Giants, and I think they still have a decent team. And we still had our backup quarterback. So anytime you win on Monday night in a divisional game with your backup quarterback, I'm happy with it, man.
Yeah, that's what chat's saying. We have to win our division, and a win is a win.
I think what we're seeing is I'm not seeing it, but I think it's playing out in, all that liquor I spilled in the microphone. We're winning those battles that matter, and they're the little battles that don't matter in the terms of like what I'm paying attention to.
Well, at the end of the season, you have a win-loss record.
Yep.
You're not going to remember, what team you beat to get that win-loss. You just want to get into the dance, and to get into the dance, your main goal at the start of the season obviously should be to win a Super Bowl, but more realistically is to make playoffs. And the only way to make playoffs is to win your division.
Playoffs?
So
finally,
we got a divisional win out of the way, and we got another big one coming up.
Okay, so I mean that's all I really wanted to ask.
Divisional another back-to-back divisional games.
He's not seeing the number of the link.
Where you look on that while we just kind of get into the Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, so we're back to AT&T Stadium.
Back to AT&T Stadium, playing better at home, I guess. It's only
they got the date wrong.
So. Did they? Oh, you stupid dumbs.
They did. They got Sunday, October 9th, when I believe it's actually the
Second. We got a bunch of dummies over here. And
wow, are you guys professionals? You don't even know how to type a 2? You put a 9?
Should we abandon their page because they're wrong?
What page is it?
It's vegasodds.com.
I mean, it sounds legit.
I don't do the odds, Anth. Break this down for me, please.
Okay, so what do we got here? You got Cowboys Commanders. It's looking like the Cowboys are the favorite at minus 2.5. So that means if you bet on the Cowboys, they have to win by more than a field goal, which is
or by a field goal.
Yeah, if you bet on minus 2.5 for the Cowboys, they have to win by a field goal or more. Which it's basically a money line game, right?
Yeah.
Like how many times do you see it? It's very rare in the NFL. It happens, but you're not seeing 1 to 2 point leads usually. It's usually a field goal or more.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much money line you're looking at. But if you were going to bet on this, looking at these odds, your best bet to make money would be to take the Cowboys at minus 2.5. I think the Cowboys will win by more than minus 2.5, and you'll double your money. If you bet on the Cowboys on money line, you're gonna do very
Stop. We need to. I want. Kilo just did a super pay of $20, and he wants to hear. Let's hear it for the boys.
Kilo.
Oh, and
one more round.
And we got to call him. EJ is about to call in.
Kilo, we appreciate it, buddy. You're the fucking GOAT.
And Kilo, I just got word from our supplier. Vape 10 shirts finally came in order. You're going to be getting a gift package within the next week, motherfucker.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
And you'll be the first one to officially have our brand new Vape 10 shirts. We'll be throwing up a merch store soon. Okay,
soon.
You guys keep chatting. I'll monitor the call-ins. We'll see what happens here.
So is EJ in here or what?
Not yet.
Okay. You just we need to know when that happens.
Yep.
I only realized we have a football right here.
Yeah.
This could be bad. This could be bad.
You're gonna throw it to somebody?
We need to cut it open and put the beers in there, and that's how I ship them over the nudes.
So once we get EJ in here, we'll let him lead out with some Washington Commanders talk.
I'm just looking at a Joe fan with 2 N's.
Don't trust him.
Tweet. I don't trust him either. Too many N's. We mentioned this earlier, but the Commanders just allowed 9 sacks against the Eagles, and now they have to go and face those nasty Cowboys.
And it's one of those things, like you said, you're getting the team with the most sacks against a team with the most allowed sacks. What's going to happen? Is it going to be like one of those weird fucking cancel each other out things? Or is it going to be a feeding frenzy?
I can't see. I mean, I haven't watched any Commanders football, but I can't see them.
They looked bad against
They
the
look
Eagles.
real. Literally, the Eagles highlight clips of the Commanders versus the Eagles was just like
Interceptions and
5
sacks.
Eagles on top of Wentz, and Wentz being like this.
I watched a bit. I watched their game against the Lions when I was in Vegas, and I watched a little bit of their game last week against the Eagles. But once it was like 24/7, I kind of stopped watching.
Yeah,
because I was cheering for them. I wanted them to beat the Eagles.
You and all those Commander fans,
right?
Kilo C said he did the super chat to make you take the Bieber shirt off.
Oh snap!
Actually, he just said too much Bieber, man.
Hey, Kilo, Canadian hero. Canadian hero. We have to have him.
He's a Can fan.
The funny thing, because he's a
From
Canadian
Canada?
fan. The reason I have this Bieber shirt is I bought it more ironically in Vegas to just wear to try to have people beat me for wearing a Bieber shirt. Looks like it's working perfectly.
Oh, damn, I didn't have it on lock.
Zagama Beach. Huh?
Okay, so I don't know. When EJ comes in, we'll figure it out. But Commanders have weapons, but no O-line, says Jose Ultra Cowboy.
This is the thing. I would say out of the teams we've played against, the Commanders, I mean, Carson Wentz is who Carson Wentz is. You know, he's going to fuck up. He's going to get sacked. He's going to make mistakes, but he can also be explosive. And the Commanders have 3 very good receivers in Curtis Samuel, Terry McLaurin, and Dotson.
Yeah.
So there is guys like this wide receiver team we're about to face this Sunday is a lot better than the Giants. And I don't think Daniel Jones is better than Carson Wentz. So we're going to definitely face a more explosive offense. Carson Wentz can throw a football deep, right? And he can do it. So
Ooh. Is that Mr. Savage? Oh, he's unmuted here. Is that Mr. Savage?
What's up, boys?
What up, man? How's it going?
Going good. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, man, to be honest. And you know what? Great now that you finally got a call in and we get to shoot the shit with you instead of having Adam read off what you're typing and then what he's typing back. It's good to have you on, man.
Exactly.
Look,
exactly. My wife's right here. She's already laughing for you guys.
we
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, EJ Savage's wife. We threw up a picture of Macho Man for you.
Because that's how we imagine you look.
Macho Man. Wow. Hell yeah. That's exactly what I look like.
So, EJ, what do you think, and what are your thoughts of this upcoming week against the Commanders? Is it going to be a close divisional game, or are we going to wipe the floor with those bitches?
I think this is going to be a close game. I think Cooper Rush is due for kind of a back-down-to-earth type of a game. I think we'll win, but I think it's on the back of our defense again, and I hope that our secondary can keep up with their wide receivers because they do have some pretty good wide receivers. But
isn't it
as
nice?
far as their quarterback, Carson Wentz is Carson Wentz, so he'll Carson Wentz it and throw some interceptions.
Wentz gonna Wentz. Wentz is gonna Wentz.
Isn't it nice to have the Cowboys us be relying more on the defense than having to rely on the offense to win the game?
For sure. And it's a different recipe that we haven't tried in so long that I'm excited to see what happens with it.
I'm excited for these low-scoring affairs. Like 23-16 in today's NFL isn't a high-scoring game. And Cowboys have always, in the last, I'd say 15 years, have always had to outscore their opponents. So it is a fucking awesome, amazing thing to see our defense come out and smash people out. And this week, like you had said, the Commanders do have a team that can finally possibly put up some points. But the kicker, as EJ just said, is Carson Wentz. And anyone that's followed the Cowboys long enough or the NFC East long enough knows that Carson Wentz is going to do some stupid ass shit throughout a game. We got to basically bank on that.
I still think Carson Wentz is he's an NFL quarterback, and that's something to be said in this day and age.
And he can throw it. He can spread the field. He's got weapons, but he can get in. He can get inside his own head. You get to him 9 times like the Eagles did. Game over. Game over.
Exactly. But here's another thing he's already been proven to be inside of his head, looking over his shoulder with Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia. He's probably already seen our pass rush, and he's probably already called his mom probably 15 times saying that he's going to get obliterated by our pass rush.
I'm just picturing that call. Mom?
Yeah.
Did you watch Monday night? Because I watched Monday night. I'm not feeling this game. I'm just going to call in sick.
Don't worry. It's all going to be over soon. Come on.
But
EJ, I got a question for you, EJ. Who do you think we're gonna ask you? Well, we have you on the line. Obviously, we're doing this thing now. If you can guess the score, we're gonna give you a shirt. I want to hear your score prediction for this Sunday's game, and I want to hear a bold prediction from you, man.
Or what? Does my wife get a score prediction too?
Yep. Yeah. You guys can double dip.
Alrighty. I think I'm going 27-17 and Cowboys.
Yep.
But here's the kicker is that our defense is going to either get 2 scores or 1 score, and the other one's going to be down within the red zone for our offense to punch it in.
I love it. I love it.
That's a bold prediction too.
So that's that's a nice little bold prediction on top of that. A double whammy. Ooh.
I say 13-21 Cowboys.
Okay, so that's another defensive matchup right there. 21-13 for the Cowboys.
Oh, I don't know all those details.
Just anything crazy. You can literally say anything.
Yeah, you can literally say anything.
Diggs gets 2 interceptions.
Oh, love that boldy.
Dak gets 3 sacks. Not Dak. Micah.
There you go. Hey, that's a bold prediction.
3 sacks for Micah and 2 in for Diggs. All right.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty that's
fucking bold, baby.
That's a possible bold prediction because EJ's wife and I were pretty much on the same thought line there because we know I like to do my double dig and double Micah.
You haven't hit it yet though.
No, I know.
This
I'm
might
not
be the week.
I'm not going to say it, and we're gonna get the bold prediction from EJ's.
You guys are going superpowers.
My bold prediction right here though is that Osa Odigizua strip, sack, fumble, and a scoop score by Michael Parsons.
Holy, that's very specific. See, I like the specific ones. I like the specific bold predictions, especially when they're in a situation like that.
At the end of that Giants game, I said, it's a game-stealing int right here, and I was going to type in Diggs, but I didn't know if he was back out there because you remember he got hurt earlier.
He got banged up.
Just a little bit before that. And so I didn't know if he was out there, but I was going to type Diggs. I was like, game-stealing int. That's all I typed. But
I know
2 plays later.
Yeah, I saw you type that in the chat, and I even called it out. I said EJ was calling that at the end there.
So get the screen up. We actually have a picture of Adam, EJ Savage, and his wife joining forces on their bold predictions here. Get that on the screen.
Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan,
and then Miss Elizabeth.
Yeah, very briefly when they joined forces, they called themselves the Mega Powers. And that's what we're doing this week, brother, for the bold prediction against the Commanders.
Guys, my wife and I, we took our baby last year to the Panthers game.
Nice.
And that was when Diggs was actually on the streak of interceptions. And right before he got his second one, my wife and I looked at each other. We're like, Diggs is going to get another one here. And boom, within like 2 plays.
So you guys are psychics, you're telling us.
It was that same play because everybody around us was like, oh my God.
They're like looking at you. They were kind of scared of you guys. They're like, everyone just stepped back.
They thought that we had like a Ouija board in our car or something.
Is that how you felt?
They didn't know what the hell was happening.
Okay, well, hey guys, we appreciate having you on, and I hope to hell you guys are there with us on Sunday for the live stream so that when your guys' bold predictions or score prediction happens, we can all go fucking nuts together.
Hell yeah, we're gonna actually be driving up to Kansas City, but we'll try to catch the stream, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming on, man.
Crack him if you got him.
Yep.
Crack
Have a
him
good
if
night,
you got him.
Thanks for calling in.
What a genuine dude, right? I love me some EJ Savage. I really do.
And well, hey, And EJ Savage's wife, she's been riding shotgun on the cast.
Yep.
It's just as a married man and as a host, I can't say I love EJ Savage's wife. That would be, I don't want to get canceled. I don't want to get any.
You'd get canceled.
Yeah. So
can't say it.
As the controversy happened with the mega powers, that Hulk Hogan and Queen Elizabeth and.
But you're not Macho Man. You're
no,
Hulk
I know,
Hogan.
but I can't do
brother. That's all you have to say.
It's easier to try to impersonate Randy Savage.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Okay.
AJ, what are you scrolling down there? I see you doing some more computer science over there. I think
he's on steroids.
Just looking at some stats here. We got. I'll read this one. I haven't read
go.
it yet. We're all gonna get de-virginized right now to this.
Let's hear
it. Commanders storyline.
Oh gosh.
Because we want to know our enemy.
Okay, so this is how Carson Wentz got to the Commanders by the looks of it. Okay.
Old friend Carson Wentz rejoined the NFC East after a year away with the Colts last season before an offseason trade to the Commanders. In 8 career starts against the Cowboys, Wentz is an even 4-for-4 with 14 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So he throws the ball decently.
Yeah, I mean, he's never been terrible.
No.
Like, he's not a terrible quarterback. It's just he has these mental lapses where he just he tries to do too much. You know that saying at Soriad? You know that saying you never want your quarterback to do too much? That's what Carson Wentz does.
Do you think Dak falls into that, or he's trying to do too much?
Not really. Dak, no, I wouldn't put Dak in the same thing as Wentz.
Well, I almost picked Carson Wentz up. I had him on the waiver wire. Someone spent a couple of dollars more than me.
You didn't get him.
And guess what? Glad I didn't get him either.
Crack him if you got him.
However, if I would have got him, we know it would have been a clinch this weekend.
I honestly think Dak is almost kind of the opposite, where sometimes I think in the playoff game he should have honestly been taking more chances,
right?
Instead of the opposite, where Carson Wentz he'll just throw it in the stupidest area ever. Right.
So
like Jake Plummer.
One of the factors you talked about in the Commanders' offense, Terry McLaurin. Can't say it. McLaurin. Terry McLaurin.
No, McLaurin.
McLaurin. Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin.
Hails from Glasgow.
Signed an extension, but has been uncharacteristic and uncharacteristically quiet so far.
He has been.
Just 12 catches for 230 yards and a touchdown. That seems to me like not a terrible line, though, over 3 games.
But he's kind of been their focal point the last couple years, and then he's kind of been off to a little slower of a start, as I said. But you're right. That's not a terrible stat line. Like, CD's kind of in that ballpark.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'll bring that up, too, while we're looking at this.
You bring it up.
Dallas has done well to contain the perimeter. I am not a good speaker. The perimeter threat over the years, allowing an average of almost 57 yards per game and just 2 touchdowns in 5 games.
Yeah. So the reason they're basically saying, and then because you have this year, you have Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson have each gotten out to good starts as running back J.D. McIsaac in the pass game. So there's a little bit more food to give to people. Like, there's more targets for guys to eat with than there is just Terry. All I can think of you saying it is the accent.
McLaughlin.
Terry McLaurin. Was kind of their main guy last year. Now there's 3 other dudes that are.
Yeah, Webster's one of the guys. So, like, I guess maybe let's go down your stat list here. Who ultimately?
Well, let's take a guess at who is leading.
CD's leading with receptions.
I already got that up there, but
you guys were looking at some stuff?
Rushing. This is our stats this year. Man, things are looking nice on our rushing
front.
Yeah, I guess. Splash and dash.
Right.
That's what I was trying to think of, splash and dash. 40 carries for Zeke for 178 yards, a 4.4 average. Let's go.
We'll take it.
Longest of 27 yards, but who cares? We like seeing him just run the ball up inside,
5 yards
smash
a time.
it. Yeah. I mean, I like that. That's going to tire him out, and it's going to allow Tony Pollard to get behind that big body Peters and just rush it up.
Slash it a little bit.
Slash it a little.
Or dash it, whichever.
What a rush.
What a rush.
Pollard, 28 attempts, 156 yards, and 5.6.
We got to run the ball. We got to run the ball, especially with your backup quarterback. There's no ifs and or nuts. You got to get in there and you got to slam this shit down some motherfuckers' throats.
We have to go back to that.
I can put the ball wherever I want to. I'll make it rain out here.
We have to go back to that damn stat. No.
No.
Well, we will again next week.
Yeah, always. 100%.
Receivers, this is a surprise.
Okay.
Bit of a surprise so far. We got Noah Brown, 15 receptions on 21 targets, 213 yards, a 14-yard average, 1 tutty. CeeDee Lamb, 17 receptions, 34 targets, because he had a couple bad games.
Wow, 34 targets.
I know.
He's
191 yards.
He's at 50% right now.
Yeah, 191 yards, 11 average, and 1 tutty. So those are our leaders.
But they just showed Terry McLaurin saying he's off to a slow start, and he had, 250 receiving yards?
230.
Like that, or 230? So,
yeah,
that's not terrible.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's still an average of 70 yards a game? Just like 72 yards a game? 73 yards a game.
Yeah. So
it's not bad.
Yeah, but when you're a goddamn wide receiver 1, that's terrible.
I guess. Not really, though. Is it? I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. I would be happy if CD had that.
Same.
But we would be probably complaining about the 1 touchdown. So there's a pain point.
This is the thing. People
we
are
are complaining about the 1 touchdown.
Oh, yeah. People are going to complain about everything.
Here we are deciding how we would feel about CeeDee Lamb stats if they were a player who has better stats than him.
You know what the funny thing is? If he catches that pass,
yes,
he has the same amount of yards and 2 touchdowns. So interesting little way to look at it.
I know, and that's the thing. I don't watch the Commanders game close enough to like be able to tally that in to McLaughlin's stats. So
we need to get a Braveheart clip for every time.
McLaughlin.
For every time Terry catches it
we
on Sunday.
We have a couple ones that we need to get.
McLaughlan.
What a rush. Crack him if you got him.
Crack him if you got him, son.
Kilo C wants to know, Michael Gallup update, please. #fantasy. So
playing.
He's playing? You think so?
Michael Gallup is playing. So is Dalton Schultz.
They
both will be playing this week.
Funny you mentioned that. I have a little quote, from him right here.
Hey, Kilo, sorry for serving you up that cold-hearted loss in the CCFL. But
yeah, we haven't been updating anybody.
No,
about
we're
the
getting to that.
CCFL, but
we are getting to that.
Hey,
big fucking matchup. We'll talk about it. There's a big matchup this week.
Is it the 3-0 team versus a 3-0 team?
Yep.
The undefeated teams going against each other.
2 undefeated teams, both first and second, both highest scoring points.
This will determine.
Don't you search it right now.
And I know who it is, Adam, and this will
So do
determine
I.
whose side I'm on in the great
No,
Dak
I know
battle.
who it is because I was looking at it this morning.
So is
All
I.
I'm saying is that guess what?
In bed or on the dumper?
In bed.
Yeah, me too.
But I would prefer to be right now where AJ and I are.
What, just 1 and 2?
Yep, because we have nowhere to go but
You'd rather be 1 and 2 than 3 and 0 with the best team in the league.
right now.
Remember when I said I was going to be the best team and go undefeated? Still true so far.
In a couple of other leagues, I'm 3-0, and I'm scared to death.
this
Because
is-
guess what? Regular seasons mean shit.
This is the only league I care about.
Oh, I like that.
I don't give a fuck about the leagues I actually paid money to be in.
Yeah, that's right.
I want this. This is the only league I actually talk about on air or anywhere. Like that's going to be.
We got to figure.
True.
Let's hold this talk, but we do have to figure out what our trophy.
Hold
will
it like
be.
my pee.
Is it going to be a
Hold it in?
trophy? Is it going to be a belt? I don't know.
It'll be a belt.
Let's save it.
Oh, yeah,
Let's save it.
It'll be a belt. It'll be a belt, and we'll ship it to the person
And
Yeah.
and then we got to
right over there.
Yep.
Or right here. And if it's when we win the first official year or season, it's going to be a double belt, a tag team belt.
Yeah, you'd have to get a tag team belt.
The Cowboys wide receiver Michael Gallup, ACL, on if he'll return Sunday versus Commanders. And this is from Michael Gelkin, who is a big fan of Michael Gallup growing up because of the Michael G connection.
Folklore data.
Folklore.
Michael Gallup, we hope so. We hope so. He wants to have another strong practice week and feel a couple more things on the field before game. I wanted to get out there so bad, but obviously it's a process. Go ahead, Ann.
I love that you have actual quote from Michael Gallup, but if you rewind to 5 minutes ago, I'm like, yeah, he's playing 100%. I'm not feeling so 100% on my call out now.
No.
Here's the thing. I think
70-30 maybe?
No one, while we've gotten 2, I won't say gimmies, but they feel like gimmies in that I wasn't expecting those victories, even though I was expecting one of those victories, if you know what I'm saying.
Kind of.
What I mean to say is we're 2-1. There's no reason to be rushing back Gallup. There's no reason to be rushing back
anyone.
Dak. As long as those victories happen, I do want to see those players play, but I want to see them come back where we're not going to get another injury. How many times have you seen it where a player comes back a game or two early or feels rushed or is not 100% ready or is just ready on the cusp, and then the injury happens again because things aren't like sturdy enough. So
they're not game speeded.
Yeah, I don't mind him saying these things, and if he stays out, he stays out.
This is one of those
we want him back.
Out of any game that we have in this whole season, this is the game. And I don't want to say take them lightly, but this is the game. Like you said, we're 2-1 right now. Sure, we would rather be 3-1 over 2-2. But if there is a week to hold out and try to heal up, I would say this is probably it. There's no gimmies after this. This isn't even a gimme. But they looked like dog shit last week. They haven't played the greatest against, actually, in the last 2 weeks. So I'm agreeing with your point that if you need another week, this is the time to take it.
Why I want us to win this game, though, more than...
Because we need to win?
True. Well, no, that is
Science.
true. It's science.
It's science.
There we go. He's pretty damn... He's quick.
How about them Cowboys? Yeah!
It's the division. I want the division win, and I want... Because
Tiebreaker.
I want to...
You need the tiebreaker.
I want to change. I want to fucking destroy that 10-year drought.
17-year
drought.
17 years since any team in the NFC East has won back-to-back division titles.
We got to do it.
Got to do it.
We will. We will do it.
We will, and we will like it.
So Kilo C says, AJ, FYDH, fuck you, dickhead. This is my CanFantasy we're talking about here. So.
Hey.
It's my quarterback.
Oh, you snaked it. I like it. I like
That is
you
a good
got
one. T.O. crying.
It doesn't get
always
used
gets-
enough.
Yeah,
it
it doesn't get
gets
used
me.
enough. It's on my to add backlist of my sound effects.
Yeah,
here.
well, to be honest,
I want to thank each and every one of y'all for all you've done to your bodies.
What the fuck is that from?
That's the...
Hey, a magician never tells
Yeah,
his secrets.
I'd like to thank y'all. everything you've done.
Don't tell him. Don't tell
Yeah,
him.
I'd rather not know.
Okay.
Before you go further in this,
Yep.
is there any way to get up the injury report right now? I know it's early in the week, and it's going to probably have a lot of people on it that necessarily aren't going to be on it in a couple days, but it is always fun to see the first injury report of the week just to kind of get an idea. Pretty sure Chase Young is still out for the Commanders, who's a huge player for them.
You know who has it for us, of course.
Blogging with the blogging the boys.
Blogging the boys.
LP Cruz, he's holding it down.
So this is the injury report. Curse still out. Not liking that.
Curse or Kierce?
Whatever.
I'm always saying curse.
You're saying curse. I think I say curse too.
Say what you want.
Say what you want. As long as it feels good.
I'm wrong.
So did not participate OT. So this is the Commanders: Charles Leno, Wes Schneitzer, Shadiq Charles, Sam Cosme, Milo Eifler, James Smith-Williams, Benjamin. None of these names even really stick out to me. I don't watch shitty teams, so it's tough to even know who any of these bums are. I'm just kidding.
I will say
they might be good.
I will say we have an OT who's DNP, Charles Leno, and then an O lineman.
Oh, Lim. I thought
Charles.
I thought Wes Schweitzer was, and then Lim.
Oh yeah,
but
I know.
that means limited.
Limited.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he only had 140 characters. Okay, that's why there's no spaces between these commas.
Gotcha.
And if you're wondering what we're talking about, we're looking at Twitter. You got to jump over from the audio podcast to the YouTube live stream. Well,
Feels good. Do it.
We may or may not be in full nude bodies right now.
You have to look.
But yeah, how many O linemen total? 3 O linemen are injured.
Yeah.
Are they starters? Are they not? I don't know. It just means that's a weakened O line for our hungry D line to
For
come
our Shark Tank.
in.
The Cowboys D line needs some sort of nickname. They need a nickname. Every good defensive unit ends up getting a nickname.
I like the Goonies myself for them.
Goonies never say die.
Just because we have that soundbite.
I don't know what I'd call them. The Star Destroyers. Can you toss me one of those, son?
Yes, son.
It is Zeke Elliott. So EJ Savage is asking who's on my koozie. It's Ezekiel Elliott.
Bought at AT&T Stadium.
No, bought it at Fred's on the way to AT&T Stadium. And that was also bought at Fred's.
You can't see it on the video, but it is bedazzled.
It is bedazzled.
It's sharp. It's got little glitter in
and
it.
And hey,
it is what it is.
Just for those of you who don't know, crack 'em if you
got 'em.
My finger slipped off. Crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
So we got them at, I think it was Fred Meyer's on the way to the game. Our Uber driver. Nothing was open on Thanksgiving. The Supermall Walmart wasn't open. Nothing was open. And this guy stopped at. He's like, "Oh, I know a place that has alcohol and cowboy stuff," because a couple of us went out, and by a couple of us, it was Anthony and I. We left the hotel with no sweaters or anything, and it was freezing outside.
In fairness, the day before we were walking around in t-shirts and shorts, so it was a pretty big switch.
Yeah,
the day right after. Also, at first you and Ant both tried on women's sweaters.
I think I bought one.
He bought one, and
where
then
the fuck is that? Here somewhere?
It's here somewhere. I have it here somewhere.
No, you gave it away.
No, I bought a chick hoodie.
He bought a chick hoodie.
One of them was given away while we were walking.
He gave one away, and then he wore one.
Okay. I bought two. Yeah. I gave one away to a very rude fan who thought I was.
She didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, she was blackout drunk, I think.
Yeah. But we will be hitting.
That's awesome.
It's already bought. We got our tickets to Minnesota, Cowboys at Minnesota, and then Giants at AT&T Stadium.
I can't get arrested in
Thanksgiving
I
Day
can't
game.
get arrested in America because I'm Canadian, so I'm going buck wild.
That's the best loophole. You can't get arrested if you're from a different country.
I thought this was America. I thought this was America.
I can't wait to watch you get tased. Oof. Actually, you can't say tased. It's probably a better chance you'll get shot in the leg or something.
That's true.
To be
EJ
honest.
wants to know if we're doing standing room for Thanksgiving. Fuck no, we aren't.
No, we're up in the nosers.
We're in our same location. We
Same
had a
area.
good time there.
Whatever. It's like 419 or 439 or something.
Section 418, I think.
418?
417, something like that.
But you know what? Maybe I'm just saying this because I've never really been down to the fucking goal line. But
goal line would be cool.
It would be, but I think you would just miss so much.
Yeah. Well, this is the reason we can't do standing room, because if you watch the vlog, which is on our YouTube, AJ wouldn't have been able to stand by the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, I'd be
we wouldn't.
Someone.
It would be Adam and I doing fucking Weekend at Bernie's with Alex on our shoulders.
Yeah, next time.
Is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. Just talking with, like, moving his head around.
As long as I'm not saying words and yelling and cheering, everything's fine. But as soon as I need to put a coherent sentence together, it doesn't work.
My favorite is there was like you in a fourth quarter, you take a slam of the drink, you're like, I can't even speak words right now or something. It was pretty epic.
So of course we got Dak Prescott out, but he was on the practice field. Of course he ain't playing. DeMarcus Lawrence limited with a foot injury, but
we saw that one. He caught his foot. He like ran, he tripped, and like as he was falling, his foot did one of these, like kind of.
Okay, so D-Law isn't going to be playing, or is he
he'll
just
be
questionable
playing.
right
He'll be
now?
playing.
Because he finished the game.
Yeah, they're just taking it easy on him, I believe. Gallup, full practice, full participant.
I mean, if he's going to get a couple reps, they're not going to have him. They're going to have.
He's not going to go Hundy.
And
and I think they're, a couple people are saying they're forcing him to come back a little too early because he wasn't on the IR list.
Michael Gallup?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, not forcing him, but because they haven't put him back, they didn't put him on the IR list. It's like,
which they could have now going into week 4.
They should have. They should have let him heal up. Like, it's like the worst thing for him to do is to fucking tear that ACL again.
What if Michael Gallup gets out there and scores a huge tutty this weekend? Then your IR thing goes to You're just gonna look stupid. You're just gonna look stupid.
I'm not saying it. People are saying it.
Look, you started.
Do you believe it?
You started a Twitter trend.
Twend?
You hashtag twend it.
You twended a Twitter online.
Twitter.
And you're just trying to push it.
I am.
Then also Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor. We got Conor McGregor out there.
Proper 12.
Who wants the proper 12? Proper 12.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy?
Now suck my cock.
Connor McGovern.
Conor McGovern, limited, and tight end Dalty. Hey, come watch my Twitch stream. Schultz.
Yeah.
Was also took part in practice, was limited. Curse was in uniform at practice for the first time since hurting his knee, but he was limited.
Are we able to get a video up here?
Yeah.
Can we, maybe we can't put it on, but go to YouTube, AJ, and go to the Cowboys YouTube channel.
Yep.
And then go to the post-game locker speech.
You want to see Dak Prescott without his shirt on?
Watched it?
Yeah, of course.
So you know you ruined it. That was the whole thing I was going to bring out. Dak Prescott in the after game speech by Mike McCarthy is like right in the mix of it, shirt off, because you know he showers with the boys.
Okay.
You absolutely know Dak is hitting the showers with the boys, without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly.
And we don't mean this in any other way than he was out on the field cheering his boys on. He's going to celebrate with a big win.
Yep.
In the locker room.
If people are throwing down in the showers with champagne.
I just thought it was funny. Like, I was watching the Mike McCarthy post-game speech, and it hands over, and Dak's like, they're shirtless. Did not expect it.
I am pulling it up. Just give me a quick moment here.
Look at him work. Look at him work. If we zoomed in right now.
Get it in on him. Zoom in. Okay,
I gotta fix it.
He won this time.
Yeah, he won this time. He was matrixing me. Look at him. He's cutting it. He's cutting it.
He's cutting
it.
I honestly didn't even hear the Mike McCarthy speech because I just was laughing too hard that Dak was there shirtless, which made no sense.
Do you think Dak is worried about his position on the team?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Anyone that. Oh.
What do you think about Zeke post game talking about the controversy?
Yeah, I mean everyone's thinking about it, but there isn't one.
No, exactly.
The crazy thing about this whole quarterback controversy and the shitty thing is if Dak does come back against the Rams and loses, it's literally just going to add gas to the fire.
Oh, a hundo.
So right now you got Cooper Rush is going to come in against the Commanders, and it's a very winnable game with the way we've been playing. And then the following week, Dak comes back against the LA Rams in LA, which is a substantially better team.
Sorry.
EJ Savage says Dak isn't Carson Wentz. He ain't looking over his shoulder.
No, fuck. I 100% agree. He definitely is not worried about it.
Okay, so here we go. Let me bring it up.
Post game.
I love it. And look at that. Those are he's got we are brothers in tattoos.
Oh, he's tossing that tarp off just to show peeps that he doesn't have any kind of gut.
Neville Gallimore right there, I'm pretty sure. Love in life.
Now, was Dak walking around like that?
I like that he's in front of Cooper
I
Rush.
was just going to say, standing in front of Rush Hour saying, get the fuck behind
Showing
me.
dominance.
Yep. So, but is he walking around in the dressing room for like a good 10, 15 minutes, shirt off, and then goes into the shower? Or is he in the shower from start to finish? Or is he in and out?
Has to say a good game to everyone.
Oh, yeah. It has to say good game to everyone, then he walks into the shower.
And then there's Mike McCarthy. He had just
shirt off as well.
Oh man,
Baby
Mike McCarthy shirt off after would be
Zach
hilarious.
Martin in the back.
Yeah, Zach Martin looking happy.
Lila B chirps in. I think Dak is going to be rusty when he comes back.
She's not wrong, and that's what I'm kind of worried about a little bit. Is we're gonna go against the Commanders, who is a winnable game, and then we're gonna go play against the Super Bowl champions, the LA Rams, with Dak coming off of one of his worst performances and then sitting out for 3 weeks or 4 weeks. So it's going to be interesting.
We got some stupid commies trying to fucking say how they think the
what in chat?
Russians?
I don't know. They're commies, Adam. They're
Commanders?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They're disgusting commie fans. And they wrote an article called 3 Reasons the Commanders will upset the Cowboys. Upset!
Don't believe it.
Should we read and
let's get in there.
Read it aloud.
And we need to get in there and we need to figure it out.
And then I need you to find
by fan side. This is the fan side.
This is the fan side. And I'm first of all, I'm not going to accept any of their arguments.
No, me either.
Let's go in that together.
One, they're wrong.
Adam might.
Always wrong.
Adam might.
I could see how they could say that.
3 reasons the Commanders will upset the Cowboys in Week 4.
Okay,
I'm interested because I just don't see it happening.
Someone's doing some great ads right now. With,
this
free
website
bets.
is very, very well set. So, offensive playmakers, despite their ferocious pass rush, the Cowboys are liable to give up a big play every now and then. Between Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel, and Antonio Gibson, Washington certainly has the playmakers to take advantage, which isn't wrong. So what they're saying to back this up is most yards per reception, minimum 10 receptions. Scary Terry is leading the league right now with almost 20 per reception. Is that a reason to say they're going to beat us?
No.
I don't think so. Is that reason number one? They didn't really tell us.
Well, I don't think that in 1 week, if you let your quarterback get sacked 9 times against the Eagles, and Cowboys right now are playing with some phenomenal pass rushing defense.
Yeah,
the reception stuff is like a no contest.
And so AJ has this highlighted. Scary Terry is a huge play waiting to happen. So it's kind of a tale of 2 seasons. Trevon Diggs rookie year, Terry kind of bent him over and had his way with him. But last year, Trevon Diggs pretty much shut Terry down. So it'll be interesting who wins the rubber season, you know?
Sorry, I missed this comment here. I just want to say our boy Barry Grant Jr. is in the house.
What up, Barry?
And he says, Dak needs to take another 7 weeks off. Don't rush back. See what I did there?
Fucking Barry's loving this shit too much. I messaged him on Instagram. He is loving the Cowboys winning without Dak. And like we said, we're not trying to look past Washington. But if Dak does come back and loses to LA, oh my God, that week of the internet is just going to be almost intolerable.
More coverage than fucking everybody's shitting on Diggs.
Fucking right. So this, AJ, is this the second point? What's the second point here?
Disrupting the defense. The Commanders haven't looked great defensively, but the team still ranks 10th in sacks per game and should take advantage of Cooper Rush's deficiencies. Guys, I'm a grade 3 reading level.
But
okay?
this is the thing though. The offensive line has played very well, so they're kind of, I don't know. I feel like they're reaching a little bit. I don't feel like the Commanders' defense has been very disruptive.
I also don't think that Cooper Rush's deficiencies.
What's his deficiency?
He's been playing pretty good as a quarterback.
He didn't get sacked last week,
and that O-line, as much as I personally was having a lot of questions. That signing of Peters and the stepping up of everyone else who's just had to play the position, it's worked out very well. Better than we could have hoped. Let's hope there's not a, knock on wood, anything else that disrupts that chemistry. But Tyler Smith has been it's almost been
seamless transition from Tyron Smith to Tyler Smith.
You know, there's
Smith Bros.
There's a bunch of stories in philosophy of something bad happening to someone, and they're just like, well, let me just see how this works out, and then it works out better, right? So I'm not saying that this is better or worse, but what a great opportunity for us to test out the questionable left tackle that we had, where everyone thought he was going to have problems,
and he's been playing pretty damn good.
He did have, I think, 2 penalties very close together last game, but otherwise has been almost spotless.
He has been. You want to hear something funny? This is their third reason. Dallas is due for a letdown. That's your third reason. That's hearsay. Dallas is due for a letdown. That's why the Commanders should win. What? That doesn't even make sense.
Real weak on your 3.
That doesn't make sense. So he reached for his first 2, and then his third one was Dallas is due for a letdown. That's not even an actual point.
There's just no way with the statistically that Dallas can actually continue to win, and they're overhyped, overmatched, and they need to lose this week.
That's pretty much what he's saying. They're basically saying it's a trap game for the Commanders, for Dallas, that the Commanders are going to win, but that's not really a third point.
Yeah, it's Clutch Sports Talk has a nice point here. He goes, Washington has a solid run defense. Washington is acceptable to big plays down the field. Cowboys need to make big plays downfield. And then the Llama Gamer comes in and says they need to update Cooper Rush on Madden. He should be a 99 overall.
Fucking awesome.
Well, look, I get it. Cooper Rush is a backup quarterback, and he's playing as a top-tier backup quarterback.
He is. He's doing exactly what you wanted backup quarterback to do.
Here's the thing.
He's rated 99 as a backup quarterback, and then when you put him in, he drops down to an 82 or a 75.
I would say before we get into the power rankings, let's try to guess Cooper Rush's rating. I'm going to say 74.
Yeah, I would go with 74.
I'd say 74. Cooper Rush's Madden ranking. It's got to be
76. I'm going to say 76.
You think so?
Yep.
I'm going to say 74. I think 74 is a very, very fair. 58.
Whoa!
The shade thrown. Wow.
Mind you, yes, they haven't done an update here, but still, he's not
50-fucking-8, man.
I mean, he's got to go up to 60.
You know what we should have done, actually? We should have done a live stream or just a Madden game where we played as Cooper Rush and just seen how we can even with Dak Prescott.
We could do it.
We could.
Kilo C, just before you brought it up, said he was an 86.
I almost got the reverse number.
Yep.
I'm trying to find
fucking 8.
I'm trying to find our offensive line rankings, but
it won't be very good either. Do you mean in Madden?
No. I just mean in
Go PFF.
Okay.
PFF offensive line rankings. That'll be your best. I mean, this is the thing. I always bitch about PFF, but it's like a standard that everyone uses.
At least they have some sort of data. I mean, we're data boys.
Well, some
data
of us are
boys.
data boy. Living in a data world.
I don't know. I'd say the Cowboys right now, if they're going off these first few games, they have to be ranked up there because they haven't let that many sacks. They've played pretty well. They've had some penalties, but
It's like Dallas is going for it.
they played decent at the end of the day.
He's just struggling. He's struggling.
Hang on.
He's just another type of podcaster. He's struggling. He can't find.
He's got a
his
lot on his
research.
plate. We and you just throw shit at him, and we expect him to figure it out. I just sit over here and drink, so it's super easy.
That's okay. We have. If I don't put pressure on him, he'll never become a diamond. At the end of every podcast, he looks at me. We hold each other's hands,
And you say, "Good job."
and I say, "Good job. You handled that pressure."
He's
today,
like, "Thank
and
you for putting me through that."
And he says, "Thank you, thank you. You make me a better human
I'm already
being."
long gone by
And-
then.
And I wanna thank you for putting
Offense-
your body on the line every day.
Hey, well, here's something. Let's trust it, okay?
I mean, what fucking weird ass dark web website are you on?
I don't know, but
What GeoCities website did you bring up?
someone took the time to put this together. This was last updated September 24th.
This is folklore data.
This is 100% folklore data. September 24th, so on Saturday, so it's not up to date after week 3. But whatever, let's just have some fun.
Hey, I have the updated PFF ones.
Do you? Oh, fuck. Okay, well, let's look at
What did you type in?
Link me.
It's
Dink me.
I literally just PFF offensive line rankings,
Oh, okay.
and then it was the very first thing I clicked.
This is AJ.
I got week 3.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll take that.
Okay.
We'll take that.
Is this the same one? I'm going to pop it up.
Pop it up. That's the same one, babe.
Sweet. Oh, sick, man.
Okay, let's guess where the Cowboys are.
Okay. Who's number 1?
I already saw it. The Eagles. But let's guess. Where do you think the Cowboys offensive line's at?
So this is before last week's game?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
It should say at the top of the article.
They're probably like 15.
Yeah, this is for week 3. Yeah.
They're probably like ranked 15, 16.
Okay. AJ, what do you think? What do you think the Cowboys offensive line was ranked by PFF prior to this week's game?
Adam's got a good guess. I'm going to go 13.
You guys think that bad? Like, do you think they played bad?
Before week 3.
I get that, but they didn't play bad the other game.
It's just everybody shitting on the
I don't know. I
Cowboys.
think you guys are I'm going like
This is PFF.
I don't know. I think I'm going like fifth or something.
Yeah, and
Okay.
and that's why you're wrong.
I think like top 5 at least.
That's why you're
So
wrong.
we have Eagles number 1,
Okay.
Kansas City number 2,
No change, so they stayed.
New England number 3.
Which is weird, kind of. I don't know, but okay.
It goes with the team.
Yep.
Cleveland Browns.
We're
They've
just
had a
talking
good
about
running game.
We're just talking about O-line here. Okay, I thought
Yes,
we were.
O-line.
I thought we were
only
looking.
O-line.
Well, then redo your pick.
No, I'm still sticking with my pick.
15.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we were looking at overall.
Oh, you have to subscribe. Paywall.
Sons of bitches.
Hey, guess what? Fuck you, dickhead.
You want to hear something funny? On my phone, I could let me scroll down.
Keep going.
So number 5 was the Green Bay Packers, and number 6,
Really?
your Dallas Cowboys.
Guess what? It's you're just showing us a white screen.
Well, it says Dallas Cowboys at 6. And what it says is lost in the hoopla of Lael Collins' offseason situation and his eventual departure from the Cowboys was the fact that Terrence Steele made him expendable in the first place. While Collins still comfortably outgraded him in 2021, Steele earned an admirable 64.6 overall mark in only his second season after entering the NFL as an undrafted free agent. And that was despite splitting time. It says the Cowboys have a chance to go tier 1. I agree with that. Oh, God. I've actually looked at the power rankings, too, I think. I won't guess the power rankings because I already know what they're at.
What are they at?
Do you know too?
I know what they're at.
Yeah, I know what they're at.
I don't.
I looked before I knew we were going to go over.
Okay, so what do you?
We're banking on AJ here.
What do you think the power rankings are?
Well, I think that they
For
were.
them boys.
I think they were probably pretty low after week 1. They got probably shafted down to, say, 20. So, and then they won and they won. So I'm going to say they're probably at 14.
No.
Well, don't
Pretty close.
Don't jerk me off and call me Sally.
Pretty close.
Hey.
You're pretty close there.
Here come the bots. Here come the
No, I
bots.
just saw you had it. Shut up! You gotta anticipate that rush. Cool.
You were pretty close.
Okay, let's go.
You just fucking hit it hard.
So this is the
Eagles. Oh,
I hate seeing
that makes me want to
Ew,
puke. The Eagles are. I mean,
gross.
I guess I can see the argument. If the Bills would have won, which they didn't, if they would have won Miami, they would be number 1. I can see it, I guess, because they had a dominant win over the. They've had 2 back-to-back dominant wins, so I can see it. It just sucks.
It'll just make it that much more sweeter.
No one likes that.
No one likes that.
No one likes that.
Except everyone in Eagles
Except
Nation.
for,
That's
hey, my fucking Eagles.
Yeah,
no,
that
it's New York. It's
New
New
York.
Jersey. Okay, I love the Eagles. I don't know if I'm doing it.
just think how they talk in Always Sunny.
No, they don't really have. They don't really have.
Well,
much.
there you go. So
Buffalo
there's the
Bills.
Bills number 2. Makes sense. Would have been number 1 if they had won. Miami Dolphins with the big upset over the Bills are all the way up to 3, which is crazy. I would have never said after week fucking 3, number 1 and number 3 were the Eagles and Dolphins.
I
But you know their
That's for damn
their
sure.
head coach is that crafty offensive playmaker,
Yeah, he crafts together miracles.
and the Dolphins have quite the offense. Let's not shit our pants.
Don't
here
sleep
about
on 'em.
that. Yeah.
Don't sleep on them, I guess. Green Bay Packers.
Interesting.
Snore. I don't know. I think
Green
it's-
Bay is
I think
number
that's
5?
shitty. I think 4.
4. Okay. So
Kansas City 5. I mean, yeah, they're always going to be top 5. Los Angeles 6, who we play in
So we
the
got
next couple
Rams,
weeks.
and then we got Eagles.
Yeah, so we play those in the next
play
3
6,
weeks.
We play 6 and number 1.
Yeah, in the next 3 weeks.
The next 3 weeks.
The Ravens, yep, makes sense.
As long as Lamar is on your team,
Yeah, you're always going to be up there,
scared.
especially when he's fucking airing it out and running the ball.
He's
like
getting
he
me
was.
like 40 some odd points, 40
Crazy.
plus points every fucking time.
And
Probably
yeah,
starting
40.
this week.
I was going to say 44 points for you guys on your bench.
I know. That's why he's starting next game.
But hey, we won.
Did you?
Yep.
Let's hear it for the boys.
The bandwagon boys. Tampa Bay 8.
Tampa Bay, interesting. Dropped 4.
Yeah, they had a weird game.
The Vikings.
The
And
Vikings
guess
at
what?
9.
We
got to see these
we see the
bitches
Vikings
live,
in-
son.
Let me guess, Cowboys are next.
No.
Okay, Bengals.
Wrong. Who 1 and 2 we still beat? Why are they at 1 and 2
Yeah.
at 10th? Doesn't make
They've
sense.
not looked top 10 worthy
No.
this
Agreed.
season.
100% agreed. San Fran, I could. So
Tough
there's
one.
there's 2 1 and 2 teams ahead of the Cowboys right now. Make that 3. 3 1 and 2
Titans.
teams. The Tennessee Titans should not be that high.
And they
up.
moved up 8.
That's fucked up.
I
Hate
thought
it.
I thought our power ranking was number 10. I
No,
thought
well,
that's what I thought it was.
it's next. Boom!
So that's why you're like
14.
I know. I said you were close.
So then that's what you were like, oh, Alex close. And I was like, no, he's not. We were number 10.
Yeah, okay.
Someone
so
read this son of a bitch.
the Cowboys are winning games, and Cooper Rush has been a major reason why. The backup quarterback inserted into the starting lineup after Dak
Prescott,
week 1.
Thumb injury.
has injured excellent work. Has done excellent. Oh my God. Has done excellent work in back-to-back wins over the Bengals.
Giants.
Rush was at
Power.
his best down the stretch on Monday night, completing 12 or 13 passes on consecutive drives in the second half. The go-ahead touchdown, a perfect dart of a corner end zone strike to C.D. Lamb. Don't touch my phone. Couldn't have been thrown better by Dak
Prescott himself.
Debatable.
The funny thing is, 2 of C.D. Lamb's best catches, one was thrown by Andy Dalton, and the other one was thrown by Cooper Rush.
I need some. I need.
It's just interesting.
I need C.D. Lamb. And this is going to be maybe a contradiction. I need C.D. Lamb and Dak Prescott to watch all the seasons of Breaking Bad to see the chemistry between
Bryan Cranston
and Aaron Paul.
And Aaron Paul.
But then again, they hated each other. I mean,
they didn't like each other on set?
No, I'm talking about on the show.
Oh, on the show, but that's different.
Mr. White, what is it? Mr. White?
Yeah.
From Breaking Bad. They didn't like.
They didn't see eye to eye.
They didn't see eye to eye, and maybe you know what?
Maybe that was it.
Maybe that was it. Who knows? So I just totally contradicted myself.
So we're going to dive into this last article. 3 matchups to watch in the Washington Commanders versus the Dallas Cowboys battle in Week 4.
Y'all ready to bust some ass?
Can you guess what they are?
Well, judging by the picture, it's going to be D-Law versus someone.
Yeah, okay.
Or they're just going as a whole. It's going to be like D-line versus offensive line. Like, it depends. You can go very specific or you could go very broad.
Let's get into it. Matt Johnson of sportsnot.com.
If that is your real name.
Yeah, Matt Johnson. Matt Johnson, are you related to Alex Johnson of the Cowbell CanFan fame?
Cowbell.
Ding, ding.
More cowbell.
Oh, a little too close. Let's go.
Okay.
Scrolling down. Here we go. Cowboys pass rush versus Washington Commanders offensive line.
They went very broad with it. So one of the, which
easy.
That's in any game, to be honest.
TBH.
And I mean, I think going forward, that's going to be one of the biggest things the Cowboys, for any game coming up with the Cowboys versus any team, is going to be our front 4 or front 7, depending how detailed you want to go, versus their offensive line. So
yeah, they're always going to, as long as our D-line and plus Micah and co.
Yep.
Continue to put that pressure on, it's always going to be a point for the other team to
be a talking point.
Can they deal with these renegades?
The ferocious pass rush of the Dallas Cowboys.
Nothing really crazy here.
We've been talking about it. We expect that too. Is probably one. I want to see a ringer. Okay, I like this. Terry McLaurin versus Trevon Diggs. That's a good one. I do like that. I like the more specific matchups.
Sure.
Except for player versus player.
Except for this photo looks like he's got my ear. And I got your ball.
It looks like he's trying to wet William.
Yeah.
It looks like Diggs is the wide receiver here, and Terry McLaughlin.
Well, in that play
is the CB.
In that play, that's what it looked like.
Yeah.
They tried testing in that blowout game last year when the Cowboys absolutely wiped the floor with the Washington football team at the time. This was the very first time they tried to go deep to Terry McLaurin, and Trevon Diggs literally in the play looks like the wide receiver. He just had position and jumped up and made a great play. This is huge. This is, like I said, this is kind of their rubber match season, right? Like the first 2 games they ever played in 2020, Terry got it. The 2 games they played in 2021, Trevon Diggs got it. So now it's interesting to see these next two games, who's going to come out top on Terry and Diggs.
But let's not be surprised if it doesn't end up as a Diggs on Terry McLaurin match the whole game. We have seen, well, number one, there's a lot of weapons on the wide receiving core for Washington. And number 2, we have seen them just play Diggs on one side and Brown on the other, or whoever it might be. So
right.
It might not be that. It might not be as a.
But it's the same with the Jamar Chase thing when they played the Bengals. Like, he went up against Jamar Chase, however, X amount of times, and he only allowed him to win 2 catches, right? So even if they're not against each other the whole game, they will have reps against each other, and it'll just be interesting to see who wins those reps.
Absolutely, but I'm saying I still it's McLaurin versus our CBs.
I love when we discover one of these names.
Yeah.
Just call him Scary Terry.
Scary Terrors. Scare me, Terry.
Scary Terry. Cooper Rush versus Washington Commander secondary. I mean, this again, like, obviously our backup quarterback versus your secondary is going to be. Are you guys finding these articles a little like? I mean, I can't talk shit. I don't write articles. I imagine it's very hard to come up with new articles every week. But like, these just seem so obvious.
Yeah.
Like Cooper Rush versus the Washington Commander secondary. Well, fucking duh.
But Go ahead.
I'm just saying we're also in the business of looking at this shit every week, and we're we're.
Do you agree with these?
I think that they are, like you said, they're easy outs. It's also, I think you get more depth as you move through the season. Now you can start to have.
What about one like this? Carson Wentz versus himself, right? Like something like that. Something with a little depth in it. Like, obviously your backup quarterback versus a full secondary. Yeah, that's obviously in any game is going to be a very important factor. But what's going to stand out in the game, or like even like a special teams player, or like really trying to figure out 4 that are completely different. I don't know. Maybe I'm being critical.
Serrato's in the house.
What up?
And
Boots on the ground.
Doesn't even say what up. He just drops a fucking. Oh, he actually, sorry. He says, "What up, Crack 'em if you got him, baby," and then he drops a super chat
Oh,
of $19. So
you're
thanks.
the fucking man, Eric. We love you, buddy. Appreciate you. Glad you're in here, man.
And Eric, I don't know if you already saw, but we did get tickets to Cowboys at Minnesota and Cowboys versus Giants Thanksgiving. So we're doing a road trip that week. Crack 'em if you got him with us. If you're going to show up at any live game this year.
Eric's from Cali.
I know, but if he wants to do a road trip,
Hey, yeah, it's
throw it
it's
out
just
there.
a hop, skip, and a jump over, right?
True. That.
We got to do our scores and bold predictions.
Is this I think there's one more.
Oh.
I think there's one more.
No,
maybe.
that's
What were what were the 4?
There was 3.
Oh, it was just 3.
But on week 4. But I liked yours. Tell me what Carson Wentz
versus himself, I think, is a huge. The win. If the Carson Wentz that we all hope shows up, Cowboys win. If Carson Wentz, who showed up and can throw for fucking 400 yards in a game and 4 touchdowns, shows up, it could be a long day. So I think a main victory for the Cowboys is how Carson Wentz plays, and his name wasn't even mentioned. Maybe they were just trying to solely focus on like Cowboys players type thing, because I think this is a Cowboys article. But if it was me and I was picking keys to the game, Carson Wentz's stat line is going to play a bigger factor into the game than Cooper Rush's. Like, I don't think Cooper Rush is going to lose us a game. I think Carson Wentz can lose the Commanders a game.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it.
I said it. Yeah, I said it. Okay, we're going to bounce through bold predictions and scores real quick here, boys.
And then we got to hop over to fantasy, and then we can wrap it.
Real quick. Real quick.
Hey, don't rush us, baby.
I got to take a leak.
Okay.
No, but I'm going to hold it.
Okay. Who wants to hop off?
Oh, yeah, well, I got to take it. Actually, before we do that, so Eric Serrato. Oh, sorry. Eric Serrato wanted to give a shout out to y'all. Sorry, yo, I just want to send a shout out to my new friends in Tampa Bay. And then he says, thoughts and prayers to Dallas Cowboy fans in Tampa. I was able to watch Monday night game with them. Now they're hunkered down trying to get through Hurricane Ian. So, yeah, big. I mean, that's crazy that you were just down there and the hurricane's happening. Hopefully, obviously up here in Canada, we get colder weather, but we definitely don't get hurricanes. So, Serrato, any of your brothers in arms or new friends out in Tampa Bay, we get some Canadian love, some Canadian superpower bandwagon boy hand grip touch right there.
It is wild, and I have a few friends down in the coast who are battering down the hatches as well. So, thoughts and prayers. Also out in Thailand, they're having another rainy season. This is typical.
Your second home?
My third home. Cancun's the second. Thailand's the third.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 3 homes.
Yeah.
But yeah, floods, man, floods. We could do for a little rain. Send some up here.
We're getting a lot of forest fires up here. We're just saying Eric Serrato wanted to give a big shout out to his Tampa Bay friends that he met out there who are now facing Hurricane Ian.
Shit, yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy. Did you guys look at any of the footage of that going on the internet? It's fucking wild, man.
I saw people swimming in the ocean.
Man, we kind of get lucky. Like, we have, as far as natural disasters go on the West Coast, sure, we have a massive earthquake that we have to worry about. But as far as, like, do it, AJ. Just do it. Crack him if you got him, son. As far as, like...
Hey, this goes out to everybody who's dealing with a Hurricane Ian in Tampa Bay. And as Lila B is saying in the chat, Hurricane Fiona just hit the eastern Canadian shores.
Crack him if you got him. Yeah, this is the time of year where the East Coast gets kind of hammered. Well, we kind of get lucky up here. We kind of do. We're shielded by the mountains a little bit from any crazy storms. But our hearts go out to anyone that is affected by that stuff.
Newsflash, asshole!
It's a little aggressive. But...
That was a little aggressive. Okay, we're gonna dive into score predictions. You little fucks, go first.
So I like Matt Vink's methodology of actually thinking about how the game could play out.
Well, what do? You usually
I just guess numbers. I just guess numbers, but I'm gonna.
I guess fair.
I don't want to go first. I want to go third, so I have time to.
Okay, well, let's chat. If you can guess the score of this week's game, we will write it down, and if you are right, you will get a Cowboys CanFan T-shirt. Let's hear the answers in chat. I'll start off. I usually don't start off because I like to hear you guys' stupid answers first. Just kidding. Usually, you guys are closer than I am.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. You give your
Oh, I'm
thoughts
terrible.
first.
Mine's gonna be wrong. I did say
you dickhead.
I did say defensive. did say defensive matchup last week, and I would 23-16. I'd still consider a defensive matchup.
Yep.
Carson Wentz is tricky. He's tricky to go against. I'm gonna say, because obviously Cowboys win. Oh, jeepers! I'm gonna go 27-24 Cowboys. That's my score, and I'm sticking to it. 27-24 Cowboys.
Boo.
Yeah, that's 3 touchdowns for the Cowboys, 2 field goals, and then 3 touchdowns for the Commanders and 1 field goal. I think that's very, very achievable, but I'll probably be completely wrong.
Mayor getting double deuce kicks, probably from the 50 and 60-yard line. Let's be honest.
You don't want him to kick between the 30 and 59, as we saw. He's 67% at that distance.
Yeah.
Okay, AJ, you go.
I can go.
Yeah, you go.
So I broke it down. I think.
You already wrote yours down.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have because I had to think about it while I was.
Oh, you're copying EJ.
Am I?
Yeah, look.
No, I'm not.
20. Oh, sorry, you're not. Hey, I was wrong. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead.
So I think.
Go ahead.
I think they're gonna put the pressure on Carson Wentz. They're gonna get in his head, but I do think there's gonna be a stretch of good play from the Commanders. And so I'm going 24 Cowboys, 17 Commanders.
Okay, so you're going
Cowboys victory.
You're going 2 touchdowns, 1 field goal for the Commanders, and then you said what, 20? What did you say for the Cowboys?
24.
So 3 touchdowns and a kick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're gonna.
I see EJ Savage is saying the Cowboys won't give up 20 points. I hope they don't. This Carson Wentz thing's a tricky one. I just don't know which Carson Wentz is going to show up, and I feel like he can air it out. I feel like I don't know. I hope I'm wrong. I hope they get fucking 2 points.
Okay, so mine, and we'll grab everybody else's in there as well, but mine's going to be 13 for the Commies.
Whoa.
And 31.
Wow.
For the Cowboys.
And you know what? I feel like you've been kind of on point with your.
Would that be a scoregami because it's 13 and 31?
Ooh, that's like reverse. It's like the mirror.
Scoregami is scores that have not been scored yet.
Oh.
31-13 though.
Hey.
It's like there is a word for that. I just don't know it.
Oh. Hey, chat.
Freaky.
Chat loves my 31. I feel if we're gonna
I hope we score 31 points.
I feel like we are waiting for our offense to just fucking explode, which I think we're going to in this game. But I also think that our defense, we're going to see a couple of defensive tutties.
I hope so. 31-13. See, this is the thing. If the Cowboys blow a team out, I don't get to the point that I'm like, oh man, we're blowing the team out. Every time we score another one, I'm fucking so excited. So 31-13, I will be losing my goddamn mind. I would love that. I'd rather us blow a team out of the water than it be a close game.
Yeah.
You got to think 31. So where are we getting?
So 31, you
28
get
points we can get.
So yeah, so 31 would be 4 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah.
So they would be an offensive explosion.
It's
2 field goals, a touchdown with a 2-point conversion, because why not?
Why not?
31-13.
I like it.
Cowboys. It's at 31-13.
You just jinxed it.
No, I did not.
You jinxed it. So now we're doing reverse.
Everything was crossed.
So now we're doing reverse bold predictions. It goes at AJ me.
Okay.
Well, hey, I got to stay with my Mega Powers team.
You're going defense with Micah and Trevon.
Micah 3 sacks, Diggs 2 interceptions, and a tutty.
Okay. You're going Mega Powers. I like it.
Yep. Got to stick with our.
You got your
got to stick
allegiance.
with the Savage, Mr. and Mrs. Savage.
What was that again? Sorry. You're doing the same.
It's the same.
2 defensive touchdowns.
Were they the parents in the Wonder Years?
No, mine's gonna be so similar. Micah 3 sacks, Diggs 2 interceptions with a touchdown.
Okay. I mean, and that actually plays into your score.
Yeah,
that plays. I like when a bold prediction goes along with your score prediction, which that does. Granted, most of the time, I guess any of our bold prediction should go with our score prediction.
The only bold prediction that happened last year was AJ's.
No, I think you guys had 2.
Vegas.
I think you guys had 2.
Okay. So your bold prediction, sir?
Bold prediction would be CeeDee Lamb having a bounce back game, leading the offense in both receptions and not that he's just going to outdo everyone.
I need yards and a touchdown number.
Over 100 yards.
No, we need a specific number.
No, and 2 touchdowns.
100 and what?
plus yards.
No.
8 plus receptions. 100 plus yards. 2.
You need to be 120 plus.
touchdowns.
So this is the thing. CeeDee Lamb's 4 biggest receiving games, I don't think he's ever had over 110 yards. I think he has 4 games of 100 yards. AJ, you got to go bold and say like at least 120.
EJ says
plus
130 plus yards and 2 tutties.
See that? Do that.
I'm going to split the difference. I'll go 8 catches, 110, over 110 yards, so 111.
And 2 touchdowns.
That'll be like 8. He'll be 8 for 12, 8 for 14.
In 2 years,
they targeted him 12 times last game.
Yeah. So he has a chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Zeke Elliott finally gets his over 125 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns. I said it.
I like it.
I'm still, I have a soft spot for Zeke. And the more I watch Tony Pollard break out and have these big runs, the more I think Tony Pollard should probably get the carries. But I still think Zeke has that chance to be that guy. And I don't know. I might be crazy. I might just have this man crush for the last 3 years.
You say that,
I respect it.
Is Pollard getting those runs because Zeke is coming in?
I think it's a complementary thing.
Yeah.
And I still think with Zeke getting these, 6 yards a carry, you could see every time he was getting positive plays. Eventually, he's got to break one. So I don't think 125 yards and I think the 3 touchdowns is a little bit out of there.
Kilo C's bold prediction is only 2 penalties.
That is bold as fuck. That is almost.
I think that's as bold.
That is bold. I kind of like the angle he's going there too. To be honest, that's hilarious, and that's sad that we got a bold prediction. Has to be 2 penalties, but that is bold, man. That is fucking bold.
Inconceivable.
Did Kilo have a score too?
Probably somewhere
up top. Okay. Well, hey,
yeah, you keep going there. I'll see. He doesn't though. Somewhere, maybe.
Okay. Well,
Kilo said 2-0 Cowboys.
2-0 Cowboys. That'd be epic. Just a safety. I wonder if that's ever happened in the NFL. Probably not. Any final thoughts? Any final?
No, I feel super comfortable with the team that we're rolling into AT&T Stadium with.
I feel way more confident right now than I did September 11th after the Bucs game.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, guys,
2-1 with a chance to go 3-1.
Here's the thing. It's still a long season to go.
Yep.
And the fact that rush hour is maintaining the course couldn't like it's exciting. I mean,
it's exciting.
I don't even like I said, scrappy wins. A win is a win. That's all we want. A win is a win.
3 best friends that anybody could have.
Oh, the hand touching.
3 best friends that anyone could have. We're the 3 best friends that anyone could have.
All right.
Okay, for your bandwagon boys over there, hey, we will be live. I don't know. What are we going to try to do? Half hour prior to kickoff? We do have a guest. We have a Washington Commanders fan coming on. He runs the page at Wizkins on Instagram. Guy's a legit dude. He's going to be on about 30 minutes prior to kickoff. So we will be live 30 minutes prior to kickoff this Sunday. We'll be swagged out in Cowboys gears. But for the bandwagon boys over there looking fly as fuck, and your boy A-Best wearing this Justin Bieber shirt, we'll see you sons of bitches Sunday!